common denominator where we all can start off. Or I hopefully that you understand what I'm talking about here. It is maybe not. I try not to jump from one thought to another. I try to keep it consistent. However, I don't want to come with all kinds of new definitions so that you might not be able to follow me or understand me. I know that sometimes I rush from one thought to another. I will some sort of keep myself in bay. However, the definition of love, according to Google Dictionary, is an intense feeling of deep affection. And the second definition is a great interest and pleasure in something. Well, now we talked about hate. And in hate, we said that hate is the dislike of the existence of something, that you just hate that something exists. There, of course, we have to say that love therefore must be the opposite. So that love that you really have, as it is in this definition, a great interest and pleasure of something, that you have an interest and a liking of the existence of something. This may be an object, but of course, with an object, I think is very problematic, and I will some sort of argue it, that you cannot have love to an object, that you, even though you say verbally that I love my car, I love my home and so on, but yet you cannot have a love relationship with a car, no matter what hardcore car fanatics say. But love always needs a response, and this is what I will some sort of argue in the next coming couple of minutes. And there, of course, existence of this other object, of this someone, we have to be concrete, derives then pleasure and interest. The object love, the person we love, engages us. We want to be with it. We want to have a relationship with it. We want to see ourselves with it. I mean, despite the fact that we talked about women, that they have some sort of social status, or that an attractive woman has a social status for a man, so that he can show off. We, of course, want to not only to show her off, but that she desires us as well, and vice versa. So if you're a woman, then if an attractive man finds you attractive, then you feel yourself attractive as well. So that's why love is, if you want, emotional. It goes beyond physical, because it needs this reply, or it goes beyond your selfish desire, if you want. And in desire, you rather want to satisfy your own need. You rather some sort of this object or whatever it is has some sort of a special meaning for you, and you some sort of want this desire to be satisfied. Your desire to be satisfied. You care about your own willingness. You care about your own needs. Whereas love, if you want, is rather an investment. It is something you put into a lot of work in a long term. Love is not only an individual disposition, because in love you have to think of the other person as well, and of the desire of this other person as well. So this is the main difference. In love, of course, teaches you about yourself and so on. I mean, this may all sound weird, or this may all sound, yeah, of course. I mean, if people hear this, yeah, love, sure. But however, if you want to commit to a relationship, I mean, this is, everyone says, yeah, trust. You have to trust people. You have to do this and so on. I have to be around with somebody. I have to trust them, and you, of course, but in order to live with somebody, you have to be aware that this person has to some sort of make compromises, or that this person that you live with have to heed your desire as well, so that this person you live with, you be like together with, respects your desire, respects your will as well. So love in that sense, it is rather an emotional disposition. Where we talk about desire, you would rather assume this is an imminent satisfaction of your need, or the wish that your desire is immediately satisfied, or is everyone immediately would assume, this is about sex. So in desire, we would rather talk about a fast satisfaction. We want to feel good. We want to, there's an attractive woman we want to have sexual intercourse with her. This makes us better. This makes us feel better. Of course, it is indeed something you have to think about. What does it mean for a man, for a man and woman to have sexual intercourse? Why do you derive pleasure from just sexual intercourse? This is, if you want, this is indeed a very difficult question indeed, because we have talked about that you show around an attractive woman, then you some sort of get already some sort of social verification, that you get a social approval. If you are as a man have an attractive girlfriend, then you get approval as a man, as a potent man, and then everyone would assume, is it not enough? Is it not enough just to show around an attractive woman? What is the difference in sexual intercourse? Why we derive pleasure from sexual intercourse? In that sense, firstly is the obvious answer that we would say, that it is biological. It is some sort of in our DNA that we wanna. That we want to be with someone. Secondly, you would say that we have already brought the biological argument. You could say that you some sort of think of your offspring, beautiful woman, or if you have children with attractive people. According to some sociological research, it is easier if you're attractive, especially as a woman, if you are this Aphrodite, if you are this over-sexualized woman, as well as man, it is easier. But as well as that, you could then argue, it is some sort of a psychological disposition, because sexuality has been considered as very intimate. Sex is very intimate, so that this is the only way we can be close with someone. This is something we have to talk about as well. Some will probably disagree. Sexuality is not very good. It's not about intimacy, because I heard a lot, especially here in the German sphere. In the German-speaking sphere, there is always this notion that love would not need sexuality, that love would not need sex. I think I heard this so many times. Mostly women say this. Where you have to ask yourself, is it really do you really do not need love for sexuality? Well, I would say it is. Like we said here, love is a long-term investment in a relationship. It is a deep affection you have for someone, with someone you want to be with, someone. If you want to some sort of use our information from Sex and the City and How I Met Your Mother as well, love is some sort of, you have a somber view of the person you want to be with. You have some sort of clear view to this person you want to be together. You have an affectionate for this person you want to. It is not only about your desire, but as well as about the desire of your partner as well. And then if you have a liking of the existence of something, then you derive pleasure from the desire of this person as well. For example, if you are a man and an attractive woman finds you exciting, attractive, then you feel, of course, loved or feel appreciated, but you feel desired. This has a lot of emotional effects, and vice versa. I mean, assumably, if you're if you're a woman and an attractive man finds you attractive, then you, of course, will find yourself more likable, more desirous, and so on. And however, love is, if in that sense, a long-term investment, a commitment, a relationship. However, and then it would, of course, mean would be true that you say, yeah, well, love therefore does not need sex, or that can do without sexual intercourse, and that we would have to some sort of, if we separate desire from love, that desire would be all physical, and that sexual intercourse would be part of the desire sphere, whereas love is some sort of solely emotional, and love would be only about your emotional connection, about affection, and so on, between man and woman. So between man and woman, well, I think I would disagree. I disagree in that sense, that I would say that love, that sex is about intimacy. I mean, especially in our time about body culture. I mean, if you are some sort of not have your if your body type does not follow the ideal body shape of the society, then of course some women and some men feel uncomfortable showing themselves naked, whatever. And if you stand naked for someone, then you're vulnerable, and so on. Then of course this is the first thing, sexuality. You stand naked, or should stand naked, opposite each other, where you see, here, this is who I am. And then of course your body changes over the years. So in your youth you may be some sort of trained and muscular, and the older you get, you are some sort of not that attractive anymore. That's the reason I think it is important that you always have to have or be with persons, be with partners who are as old as you, or in that sense. However, sexuality is indeed some sort of, we need for intimacy, and it is a way, some sort of intimacy, and sexuality is some sort of very intimate, and you should only share it with some people who really mean something to you. However, but every love relationship, no matter how long it lasts, needs appreciation. And if you appreciate someone, if you find someone desirous, then you have sexual intercourse with them. I mean, if you find your wife with whom you are married for 10 years still attractive, then and have sex with her, then this is intimacy, because this is appreciation. You still appreciate her, you still find her attractive, and you can show this not only by words. I mean, you could say, yeah, I love you, honey, and I want to be with you, but as well as you show it, you have sexual intercourse with her, and so vice versa. So that you have still this connection with, and this is the reason. And there are many as well, which I think that sexuality can be just solely physical, but as well as very emotional, that it can mean a deep connection to someone. And I think it is very important that we count sexuality as well as love. So love needs indeed an intimacy. I don't want to say sexuality, it needs intimacy, and sexuality, if it is the right form, then it is part of intimacy as well. I mean, especially when some partners are married for a long time, and so on, so that they still find each other desirous, attractive, and so on. So this was Adam. We will continue with this the next time. This was Adam Kirbas from Ordu in Turkey. We are in the pandemic. I hope that you all take care of yourselves, and that you be aware and do not take any risks. Bye.